So, this next one is arguably the most irritating, going through the Valley of Triumph, because you have to go backwards and forwards, and it's frustrating. I don't like doing this, but oh, thank goodness for auto mute. So, where you go from here is entirely up to you. You'll have to go down here twice. So I'm going to go off this way. There are 17 wings here. And this way takes us to the Village Theatre and the Village of Dreams. There is one in the Village Theatre. It's kind of hidden. You sort of have to know it's there. And there are, I'm trying to remember, 5 others. I think that's right. You can, of course, get to the Village Theatre through Harmony Hall in the aviary. Depends on what order I suppose you're doing your wing run in, and I always do it realm by realm. Unless I suddenly find out that I've been hit by a krill and need to go find my missing wings. So that's one. So the first one is at the hot springs. Well, second one I should say. First one in this general region. Oh, I'm doing it again. I'm just going up to the hot springs to get the candle cake. Excuse me, I just need to check my messages. Right. Through here. Here we go. Right, there's a couple of ways to find this next one. It's actually straight ahead of me. No, up there. You can't see it necessarily, but there's a cave in there. What I used to do was go off to the right and come back, because that way I could clearly see the cave, but after a while, you just kind of know where it is and just fly there. So the next one's at the top of the hill. I hope. Hope I'm remembering these correctly. Grab the candle cake. And yes, I'll take the gondola up. It's probably quicker if you have someone to recharge you and you're riding piggyback to just simply fly up. But solo, you might as well take the gondola. Oh, come back here. Right. At this point, we hope that the gondola doesn't glitch, which it does sometimes. This person, come here. You need a recharge, I can see it. There we go. Oh, that's quite polite of them. Huh. I'm not familiar with that emote. Right, the next wing is a little troublesome if you don't have a lot of flappy levels, because you've got to go to the top of that little tower. And it's slightly difficult because of the wind. But if I'm slightly lucky... Yep, here we go. Oh, hang on a second. Okay, they're going to recharge, I think. Two more here. Both are up in Hermit Valley. I think it's called Hermit Valley, isn't it? I once was being Ubered around by somebody. They took me up here and they managed to get into this next area without using the gondola, and I have never been able to duplicate that. There is a sometime bug that happens here where you suddenly find yourself catapulted high into the clouds, which can be a little perturbing. On an amusing note, Baron here is sometimes been known as the Punk Princess. That's the princess gown she's wearing from the season of the Nine-Coloured Deer, which I did thoroughly enjoy. And there is one person who calls her Punk Mama. Now, yes, muscle memory caused me to go after the candles, but there's also another reason, because the quickest way to get to the next wing is to go up through this little hole, turn left, come through here, and it's right there. If you're doing a candle run and you find yourself up here, you might as well do the race down the mountain to pick up to the lights. You don't have to pick them all up, just pick up one or two at each section and you'll get your reward at the end anyway. It's good for a candle or so. The final wing in this area is over here on the right, and what we're looking for is the cave, which is right here. If you don't know where this is for sure, you basically land... Let's see if I can get to the edge. Yeah, you land down there on that little output where the pillar is, and then you fly up through the cloud, and the cloud will boost you up. Or it'll recharge you. I used to do it that way, but now I've got enough wing levels and experience, I can just fly straight down. Right, that's all the wing lights in this section. Now we have to go back home and come back. I didn't mean to do that, actually. I meant to hit that button. Right. Home we go. And back into the Valley of Triumph we go. I'm trying to remember how many wing lights there are here. I should be able to see one straight from here. There it is, yes. One. So there's 3 in and around the ice rink, including this one. So that's 1. It's an auto pickup, so you don't have to stop. If you are a player who is running a wingless and capeless avatar, you do have to be careful around here for obvious reasons. There are several auto pickups. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. So you do have to be slightly careful. I would strongly recommend that you don't let somebody else bring you down here if you're wingless, unless you trust them, and if they remember that you're wingless. Because while it might be possible to pick up a wing and then lose it, I haven't tried it. So until I actually confirm a method of losing your wings. By the way, when I say method of losing your wings, if you have wing buffs, you are not going to be able to become wingless / capeless again. I mean, you can do so temporarily for looks, but if you want to go back to a genuinely wingless status, you can't have picked up any wing buffs. So anyway, that's the 3 there, and then there are 2 more on the way down to the Colosseum. And there are, I think I said, didn't I, 17 wings total here. Yes. When I finish with this, we'll go back and check the map shrine at home and make sure I haven't missed anything. I do remember one time I finished a wing run, and I was actually taking somebody else around to pick up wings, and suddenly realized that there was one I hadn't gotten. So at this point, you may as well go through a few of the lights. Again, you don't have to pick up all of them, just pick up 1 or 2. Just make your way down here as fast as possible. Did I say wing lights? I meant light fragments. Yeah, there's no point in picking them all up. And you can speed through here because there's no auto pickup. There's no lights. Wings, I should say. I apologize. I keep calling them lights. There's no point in racing people either, to be honest. Not if you're after light. It's, you know. As long as you pick up 1 or 2, and mostly there's, you know, you can have several people come down at the same time. They will always leave some light. So here's the first one. Down here, just go through it. Auto pickup. Next one's on the final stretch down. And it's pretty plain to see when you come over this rise. Well, not this rise, the next one. But it's pretty much straight ahead of you. There you go. And you just go straight through it. And at this point, you pretty much have to pick up these light fragments. I suppose you don't have to. I'm so used to doing them, you may as well just grab them. Because we have 2 more in this immediate area. There's one on the statue above us, which I'll show you in a moment, and there's one in the temple. Right, the next wing is up there. I'm not sure I have the wing levels to do it in one flight, but if you simply skip your way, and I don't mean fly, skip your way up to the top. Position yourself around here, fly straight up there, and it's a lot easier. That one. Now we have to go through to the temple. This one is easily missed. You sort of have to know it's there. And it is up here. I think they call this the labyrinth. The traditional way of getting in here is through that tunnel. But you don't have to, you can just do what I just did. Yeah, you can actually get to that tunnel through the spirit door there, but there's no reason to. Oh, and someone's lit the candles for me. Thank you. Much appreciated, whoever it was. Now, quickest way is to go home. You can actually go from here back to the Village of Dreams, then go back up to the social area and come back down, but this is quicker. So once again, we have to go down to... Actually, what's that area at the bottom called? It's not the ice rink, is it? Because the ice rink is in the Village of Dreams, so I can't remember what they call this one. At least I can't as I'm talking to you. But next we have to go to the Citadel. You can get here through the wind paths, incidentally. It will take you to Hermit Valley if you do that. One day I'll have to do a tour of how to get to all the realms through the wind paths. So this is where we're heading next, where we are going to pick up another 4 wings. 2 at the Citadel, and then 2 on the run down to the Colosseum. And my mouth is getting dry. Give me a second. I just need some coffee. Right. What would I do without coffee? How long have I been doing this? An hour and a half? Oh. want to say it normally takes me 2.5 hours to do a full wing run, not counting the Cave of Prophecy. Cave of Prophecy is... leave yourself an hour for the Cave of Prophecy. At least an hour, especially if you're having fun. There's a friend of mine and I that do it, as I said, and yeah, we generally have quite a lot of fun doing that. So here's the first one. Let's see if I do it. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have described how to get here. Well, you can always rewatch the video. Yeah, basically from the entrance, look for the 2 high towers, and it's the one on the left. Next one, simply follow along to the second highest tower, pick up the lights on the way, jump down here, and what you're looking for is this one. You can just see it. This is an auto pickup, so you don't have to be too precise. I still remember the first time I got this one. I didn't realize it was an auto pickup, and I was... Look, I'm not a great flyer now, but earlier in my gameplay here, I was really quite terrible. I should have made a note about how many candles I had at the beginning of this. I know I have done wing runs where I've ended up greying out the candle, because I was taking my time and I thought I might as well do a candle run at the same time, but I'm not doing that today. Oh, this twitchiness that you're seeing where Baron is sliding sideways to the right, yeah, there's a bit of a glitch. It's not too bad. So, 2 more, and we're done with the Valley of Triumph. Just a tip, for this first wing you want to keep to the right. At least until you're thoroughly familiar with where it is. And just in case anybody is saying, oh yes, I know where it is, you've got to remember, a surprising number of players don't. I've known players who have been in the game far longer than me who didn't know where the wings were. So just because someone's been playing a long time doesn't mean they know where all the wings are. So there's the first one. Again, no point in trying to collect everything. I'm not sure it's even possible to collect all the light fragments in this section, and you don't have to. What we're looking for is the floating rocks and the sort of spired building that we'll see as we come round. Right. Stay high, and you can just start to see the gleaming of the winged light ahead of us. In fact, now you can see it, so we just head straight for that, and hopefully I get this right. It's always irritating when you don't. And that should have got it. Yep. I've missed that one on occasion. But having come this far, you might as well continue back down to the Colosseum. Get your candle. Because trust me, by the time I've done with this, I'm probably not going to want to do any more candle runs today, although I might. This is, make no mistake about it, a bit of a grind. This is as much of a grind as getting 20 or 21 candles in a candle run. I used to run Eden every weekend and then follow it up immediately with a candle run. That was, yeah, that tends to lose its fun quite quickly, so I don't bother with that so much anymore. I probably will run the dailies later. I think they're relatively easy today. What are the dailies today? Yeah, the dailies are quite easy today, so I might go back when I've done this and, well, actually, when I've done this, depending on how long it takes, I'm probably going to have lunch, have an early lunch and take a break. And in case anybody's wondering, no, there's no point in doing those runs from those 2 runs down to here more than twice, 1 in each area. You won't get any rewards for doing it more than twice. Right, at this point you could just go through to the temple and then go to the Golden Wasteland. I'm not going to do that because I said I'd check the map shrine, so let's go check the map shrine, make sure I've got everything so far. I will then take a quick break, stretch my legs a bit. I recommend anybody watching for the last hour and a half do the same.